Good. I want to tell you, I'm listening to everybody complain about what Golden State's doing and what the Yankees have done in the past or anything. But I didn't hear anybody complain when the Red Wings were doing this.
Okay, we'll attack it again. And when did the Red Wings do that aside from one off season?
One off season. I mean, they had the highest payroll for how many years?
Their payroll wasn't disparate to the rest of the league like this is.
It wasn't as big, but I will also say nobody was paying attention. But I said over and over and over again in that era, I don't really like this. Well, I don't like it because they can be painted as the Red Wings, but here's the Yankees of the NHL. But here's a big distinction, Victor, is they're their own players. They either traded for these guys or they were their own players. They didn't go out and sign free agent after free agent. That's a misnomer. Your point is that happened once.
That happened one off season in the off season of 2001 before the Stanley Cup season 2001-2002 when they signed Brett Hull and Luc Robitaille. That's the only time they went out and got the free agent.
And Dominic.
They traded for Hasek.
Traded for Hasek. The free agency was bad in 1 year.
They signed him. The second time they signed Hasek, they didn't trade for him.
The second time? Who cares about the second time? I'm talking about the Cup years.
Who'd they trade for Hasek?
They traded
13.
Yeah, not that. So
the other one that wasn't as good.
Slavik Kozlov.
Thank you.
And what year was that?
That was 2000 in the offseason of 2001.
Right. But I'm just saying they had.
That's the 1 year. And even then, that's a trade. The only time they added the free agents was in that same year. They didn't have free agents to get to the Cup in '95 when they lost. It wasn't free agents that got them the Cup and won the Cup in '97 or '98. They made trades.
What free agents have the Yankees signed?
Do you want the laundry list?
Well, I'm saying recently everybody's complaining about it.
I don't think we're complaining about the Yankees now because the Yankees have actually lately they've done a phenomenal job of the homegrown talent
during that whole entire run. But I mean,
well, let me just back up, Victor.
160 million. We had teams like Phoenix.
It was closer to 70 million.
Yeah, dude, it was nowhere near that.
70 to 80 million, and the other teams were like 40 to 50. I'll say this, Victor. Yeah. You said nobody was saying it. I was. Nobody was paying any attention. I hated the Yankees so much that it didn't disgust me, but I found myself going, I think this sport needs a cap, and the Red Wings are one of the teams to be hurt by it, but I don't like it.
I think the move that put the Red Wings payroll up like that was when Carolina signed Sergei to the offer sheet and the Red Wings matched it. That's the one that put them up and made it a little, oh, wait a minute, look at that. And again, it was still their own player, their own homegrown player. It wasn't like they went out and signed free agent after free agent after free agent.
No, but they could, when they made those trades, one thing that they were doing was they were basically trading draft picks and young, cheap players, but mostly draft picks, for established veterans with big contracts.
Well, they did that in one offseason, too, and it didn't work. That's when they did all those moves with, I suppose it worked long-term with Chelios, but Chelios wasn't breaking the bank with his contract, but they had made moves to get Wendell Clark and Bill Ranford and Ulf Samuelsson all in that one fantastic day that never worked out. The Red Wings were willing
to spend more money than other teams were, and they'd take on veteran players via trade. They didn't have the free agent bonanza that the Yankees have had. Golden State, I mean, if you think about Golden State, who are their free agent signings? It's Kevin Durant and now Boogie Cousins.
They basically only signed one, even though the rosters are a lot smaller. I get that, but they drafted their other players. The whole team's drafted.
No, but the difference is that there's a salary cap in the NBA now, and back then there wasn't a salary cap in the NHL, and you've got the league that allows, because of its rules, to completely disregard a salary cap. The NHL, you can't disregard the salary cap in the NHL right now.
Well, anymore, but back then you didn't.
No, I know, but I'm saying back then it wasn't. But right now, you can't do what the NBA is doing.
Iguodala was a free agent, wasn't he?
He wasn't drafted by the team. I'm not sure. I don't remember how he was acquired.
I go back. I'm going to have to look this up, but I think Iguodala was a free agent. 248-539-9797.